is Professor Jim Henderson, who teaches in the EDD and is the director of the EDD, and also teaches in the PhD, excuse me. And the title of his presentation is Leader Authenticity, a renewed call for research.
I need to quickly reset some settings in here, so
Sure.
hopefully we can get rid of the noise.
Say the title again.
Leader Authenticity, a renewed call for research.
All right, well, let's get your presentation up. What? Let's try the other one. I didn't know it was on there earlier. I apologize.
No, I didn't.
Let's see if I can get in or not. That's it. You can use the mouse, or you can use the arrow keys. Give me 1 second so I make sure we still have the camera on good. Is that your first slide? Give me 1 more second.
I'm sorry. How am I advancing?
Oh, you should be able to press the mouse button here.
The left button. Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out where I can see everybody. Who's pointing
I'm sorry.
tablecloth is not awesome. I can't get it. Let me do it this way. think we still have it. I think it's still good.
Roseanne, are you seeing the camera?
Good evening, colleagues. Yeah, you know why I know why you're clapping. I am feeling the heavy weight of obligation. I'm the only thing standing between you and a cold beverage and a warm bed. So I get it. I get it. Briefly, what I'd like to do is talk about the study in which I've been engaged for almost, I hate to admit it, 2.5 decades. And that is the study of leader authenticity. The purpose of this presentation is to briefly provide background regarding the development and test of an operational measure and the constitutive definition of the concept of leader authenticity. Though this research was originally performed in schools, subsequent studies were performed in other than school environments, and those studies supported the heuristic nature of the instrument, the leader authenticity scale, in a wide variety of organizational settings. Finally, this presentation is also an attempt to reach out to you and those in the audience and perhaps to others who might become interested in being involved in this line of inquiry with the end of improving leadership practice clearly in mind. Well, this research, the original research, that was really motivated by three things. The first thing that motivated this research into leader authenticity was a response to Andrew Halpin's generative work, and this is obviously, well, I think Jennifer will relate, a social science kind of quantitative inquiry, incredibly great quantitative research into organizational climate. Halpin looked at factors that influenced whether an organization had an open or a closed climate, and he speculated that there was something about the leader's authenticity that really determined the extent to which the climate was open or closed, but Halpin never went on to measure that. So that mystery appealed to me. The second motivating factor for me in this research was that I had experience. I was a high school principal and I worked for a school superintendent who, this is my characterization, was phony, backstabbing, scapegoating, and manipulative. But how do I really feel about that? So it was a great negative learning experience for me. And finally, I'm a doctoral student. I needed to complete a dissertation. I needed to get my degree. So I needed to pursue something about which I had a passion. So that's why I chose this line of inquiry. We investigated, and I'm not using the royal we, my colleagues and I investigated this concept in 42 New Jersey schools. Our sample size was close. We were almost 600 respondents. It was a nice sample. 42. If you ever tried to get into 42 schools, it's interesting. Our results, our alpha coefficient was 0.96, and all of our predicted relationships came out at least a 0.05 level of significance. I can see Jennifer twitching and quivering over it. Now, the findings. The authentic leader was distinguished by the aspects of accountability, not unlike Harry Truman, the buck stops here, and admitting to mistakes. And Dr. Carraway talked earlier about Buber's conception of I-thou relationships, by a perceived non-manipulation of followers, in fact, an acknowledgement of their ontological wholeness, and a personal salience of self over role, which is a fancy way of saying there was a real person there who was not constrained by organizational role requirements. Not surprisingly, the inauthentic leader was distinguished by the aspects of non-accountability and scapegoating others. Man, did I know that. Again, in Buber's conceptualization, an I-it relationship of perceived manipulation and using followers, and a personal salience of role over self. They were phonies. Using the leader authenticity scale and its derivatives, it's been used in a number of subsequent studies. The following results have been found. The concept and scale and scales, the subsequent scales, have been used and cited in over 100 research studies, dissertation, and articles. The leader authenticity scale and the staff authenticity scale were used reliably in non-educational contexts, so it's very usable across context. The relationships between leader authenticity and the following variables have been supported: organizational climate and staff morale, trust in the leader, in colleagues, and in the organization, humanism and the orientation of the organization, staff and leader job satisfaction, perceived leader effectiveness, staff self-efficacy and staff self-confidence, organizational health, staff empowerment, and respectful and ethical behavior. So there's a positive correlation at a significant level in between leader authenticity and staff authenticity and all of those organizational variables. Well, here's the call. Much has been accomplished in this research on leader authenticity, but I would submit that more work remains. Connections between other organizational variables and leader and staff authenticity need to be tested. Qualitative, historical, and/or creative research regarding leader and staff authenticity could really be useful and illuminating. I'd love to have a creative dissertation around the focus of leader authenticity. Finally, effective means of enhancing leader and staff authenticity in practice in organizations need to be developed, tested, and put into practice. If you're interested, I'd like to invite you to contact me. I'd love to collaborate. I'd love to communicate with you about this concept and its possible uses. Thank you, colleagues. On behalf of the organizer supreme, Roseanne Kennedy, Dr. Roseanne Kennedy, and I and others had a great time working through the Faculty Council to put this together. I think we have a little room for improvement, but we'd love to do this again, and we'd love to do it in the future, and we'd like to hear comments as to how we can get more faculty involved. Similarly, Dr. Karsten Peep has indicated he's going to try to work with us to make some of these presentations available in the Commons area. And finally, there's also going to be information available in Wink. So, ladies and gentlemen, Roseanne, I'm so proud of us. It's not even 9:30 yet, and the drinking light is lit. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, colleagues, I'm an idiot. But then again, some of my students in ECL 710 already know that. Mary Amos deserves a big round of applause.
Excellent work. Oh, thank you. I love that. That's great. How are you? That's what you need.
I left for about 5 months and came running back when I left.
Okay, I know you were left.
Still my dinner.
Yes, I'm very
Yeah, I
happy.
think so. Isn't it over lunchtime? Remember, I think I'm late last night.
You're working back.
I'm back upstairs with Greg and IT. So I'm not a professional designer. I'm doing all the applications and administration stuff, and then
I can see a poetic representation of.
it's a challenge.
Are you?
I'm going to write myself a note right now.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we had some times with the guy's name was Jim Fields. He was amazing.
You know, Jim, I actually not only read one of your articles somewhere, but I used it in one of my papers.
Oh, that's I'm flattered.
I can't remember if Lois assigned it to us, whether I found it or what it was.
Cool. If you'd like more stuff,
Of course, I didn't bring any of mine.
no, shoot me an email. Say, send me your leader authenticity stuff.
I haven't gotten much, but yeah. I mean, I'm in ECL, so I should.
Yeah. I'm
So
teaching 710 right now. I'm teaching 710 right now.
Oh,
710.
great,
Yeah,
great.
yeah, I'm having a great time.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. Yeah.
You had a good meeting. You had a good meeting with Michael the other day, right?
Actually, I want to talk to you. I wrote everything down. I'm going to email you.
Would you please?
I'm in EDD, but I'm also in this PhD program. But I'm familiar with the leader.
Leader authenticity stuff?
Yes, from GW. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm good to remember. Although I'm not doing PhD. I will.
Just say, Jim, send me
Yes, that's what
Thank you.
I'd love to share this with you.
Yeah, I know. I'm in policies like leadership. And,
I just said this works
yeah,
outside of schools.
I think after I leave, I'm going to think about it, really. Because I feel like I'm a student of, I took like the co-side. They started to what you say.
Are you locked into your dissertation?
I'm actually going to be
Well, I'm not currently locked into right. I started like Right. But I'm going to think about that.
Anyway, please be in touch. Please be in touch.
So I keep listening to that. Like, he crunched it. He did the algorithm. You know?
Somebody did a residency. It's easier. This is more complicated. That was the complication. I didn't know that. I did a lot of work. Did a lot of work because I didn't know what to do. I could have never done it.
I'm trying to think if she sends it from her personal email.
That's Karen from Beyond the Age.
It should already be set up, but they give you your password to get into everything. That way I'm sure that you're probably going to get granted. But,
Move away. If she would have move away from.
yes.
So I have a password, because I thought,
You have a network
Helping the individual.
Oh gosh, I left my phone.
You might see, depending on
Anna says that you just
Karen International. And
you're saying,
There should be like a more global, what we're calling network password. That'll give you. No, she can show you how to change that and stuff, but that's the double top secret one that they give you to call and get. Check your other account though.
It was fine. We had enough time, so I thought, well, I want more time to buy a
Email account. And she set you up in June.
Thank you some more.
So you would have gotten an email like back in June. Yeah, because I checked, because I got your email and I forwarded it to her, and then I ran into the
Do you need
office,
help or something?
have you
What?
talked to
Do
him?
you need
Did you do
help?
his training, or what's going on?
I just need to tell Mary
And she
that.
said she hadn't talked to you.
I'll help her a little bit.
And I was like,
So
okay,
see you
well, I
over
said,
Yeah.
because I sent you an email, and she's like, I haven't got the email yet. But, so if you can touch base with her in the morning, and anything,
Like if you should call her more than email
yeah, call her over the phone and
at the email.
yes. And then if you have questions or you guys didn't get to go into stuff in depth or whatever, then you and I can sit down together.
But in terms of just creating my email account, I should be able to do that with her help.
Your email account, I had to check because they changed the policy and it depends on when they set up your account. She seemed to think that they set up your account before we changed the policy and that your email password would be the default, which is like the last 6, I think. Is that what that, okay. I haven't set up accounts in a long time. And I know recently though, they changed the policy so that all of them were the network password and that you needed to call. Because we had people who were just getting into their email and not logging into anything else. Or getting any of the other information.
Because they didn't have a password.
Or they never called to get training to know what they needed to do, even, type of thing.
So in terms of learning about Adobe Connect, which is probably the most important single thing I need to learn, where would she be the one to give me training about that? Is that something that I could do with her online? Or
You would actually, for you just using an account and conducting your courses, you would set up a separate training session with Teresa Warren.
And you have a room already, Stuart, I saw it.
And to get you started, if you go down here to the help files from the help desk tab,
And see, I can't even get into Campus Web
okay.
because I put in my,
Oh, it's not taking your password there.
it's not taking my last 4 digits.
Okay.
I type in my ID number and then I type in my last 4 digits.
Okay.
I can't even get into the Campus Web.
Well, let's check with Karen then, so we can get you in.
Okay.
Yeah, but here you don't even need to be logged in to get to this. So look, I can log out over here. We have like certain, and you can still get to help. So you can't do anything, but you can get help about things.
You can also go to quick links and get into his Adobe room.
And
Oddly enough.
Even without.
You can get into our Adobe room.
Adobe's has nothing to do with
Yeah.
Campus Web. It's
You
separate.
have to go to virtual campus, and then your room's there, but also for program meetings, because we haven't seen you in them.
But if you go over
through
here
that.
These are all the things that.
to the help desk tab, and then go to the help files, and then if you do, you type in the search engine Adobe, it'll take you. We have a whole section on here about how to utilize Adobe.
I can also sit down with you for an hour or two if you want. Once you get into Campus Web, I'll show you how to do the other stuff, but once you get into Campus Web, so you don't even have your classes set up, do you?
No.
You don't have anything, so get that done, and I'll sit down with you for a couple hours
So
this
like-
week.
I thought my syllabi were going to be posted for the students, but I don't even think that.
You've got to put everything in, so why don't we find a time when we
That
can
would be,
meet?
that'd be great.
Because it's just easier if someone's sitting there, with
Oh,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Call
Goes over.
Karen though, so she can give you.
But get the
everything.
number.
So I can at least set up my email account.
Yeah.
Get your email and get your ID number and have a campus
Okay,
web
yeah, I
page,
got
because
my
your
ID
courses
number.
are there.
I just need the password.
And I don't know when exactly that she set up your account to know, but yeah, if you can't even get into Campus Web, let's call her and find out exactly what.
So I'll call her first thing in the morning.
Yeah, and she gets in early actually. If it's a normal day for her, I think she's in around 7:30. I don't know if you're an early bird or
That'd be
not.
good. Well, I have a class.
Because you have a full day, I'm sure.
Class at
Like,
9,
and I
so-
can't get into Campus
It'd be
Web.
good to talk with her.
So I'm gonna,
Poor thing.
I'll write down both my emails.
But somehow I missed that. If she sent it to me, somehow I missed that.
And if they
That's-
did not
that's
have
what I've
one
been-
on
that's
file,
what I've been waiting for.
they would have sent it to your chair or dean to forward to you somehow, however they were in communication with you. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes we don't get one on file.
Yeah.
But if it was a Gmail account, we would send it to that. And in there it says,
That's
like,
what it
this is
was.
the last time we will be communicating through this email account. You need to use your union email.
So I don't know, you tell me when you get your thing, access to Campus Web, if you want me to show you how to use like basic things. I'm not very good at it, at the Adobe Connect. Obviously, no, I'm not very good at any of this, but I can do basic. I'm very good at Campus Web and setting up reports and using all of that, so I do that all the time. And I'm very good at knowing the basics about Adobe Connect. So if you just want to just answer maybe if someone, if you want to. you
Yes,
know,
well, that'd be so great.
Okay, you email me and we'll set up a time.
That'd be wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here till
Friday, right?
Saturday.
Saturday? I'm leaving Friday afternoon.
So
And I'm over at the Met Center almost every day. So just pop back there and look for
so
me.
there might be things that
As you progress, you're like, now I can't do this or can't
Yeah.
find this.
But I email the help desk all the time, just because
Yeah.
I was having problems with Adobe Connect. Things go wrong. I
Yeah.
had big classes, I had 20 students. It's kind of overloads it. And I would call the help desk, and to come in, they can come in virtually too and help you do things, and just to figure out things.
and the help desk is available, just regular.
They're almost always there. It seems like.
You're getting
Yeah.
a different. So we actually have a third-party vendor that covers off hours, but there's somebody there I think until 6
Okay.
most of the time. You'll get because when you guys hit number 2 for faculty, it comes to in-house. Faculty get
Yeah.
higher preference.
Oh, okay.
But then if it's after hours, I think you might have an option to go to the other folks, which can help you with that also.
Okay.
I'm sorry I'm taking so long.
I think he wanted to pick up the. They said to leave the speakers and the projector here, and they'll come pick them up.
Who did?
The front desk.
Who did?
I mean, they have to pick them up tonight, and somebody else in this room tomorrow.
Yeah, they said they were going. The front desk, the man at the front desk said Molly had left,
Uh-huh.
and so that they would pick them up and to leave them in the room.
The front desk is picking them up.
Someone from the front desk.
So they'll just hold them back there for Shay and us? Is that, sir? Yeah, okay.
So, do you think that I was supposed to actually have a face-to-face orientation at Union?
No, it would
At
have
some
been you
point?
just calling, and it's done virtually, well, over the phone. We get you into all your systems, walk you through Campus Web, and then you've probably already been scheduled for there's professional development courses. So you probably are already in one, and they've been waiting for you to do something in it that teaches you how to do all your class grading
You
and
can't do anything until you get.
check all of that.
I'm waiting eagerly for
Do you
that.
need my help, Mary? Should I help you?
No, you go home, honey.
I'm not going home. I'm going to eat dinner.
Oh, go eat dinner. Go eat dinner.
Thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what you've done for us. That was so sweet.
You're
Out of the way.
welcome.
Everyone speaks very highly of you.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone. She's great.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. I hope
So-
our recordings
so-
are good enough.
So you'll see me tomorrow.
It's fine. I think you did a great
I'll
job.
probably come by between 1 and 2, and
Perfect.
I'm sure I'll have some questions
Yes.
and things, and then I'll meet with Roseanne and get all this squared away. But
Awesome. And if
I really
something
felt-
happens-
I sort of felt like I've had one arm behind my back because
I bet. How frustrating.
yeah.
I'm sorry that
I'm sure
happened.
that somehow I must have missed that email. I don't know how it would have happened, but
All right.
anyway.
We'll get you fixed up this week.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. How's your evening going?
Very good. You're
Can't complain.
very weird
Right.
sky out there tonight.
Is it getting creepy? Did it storm already? Or no?
Never rained.
It never rained? Oh, does it look yellow and creepy like it's
been
going to be
lightning for and yellow and then red.
Ooh, like the heat lightning.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's been nasty. It looked like it's going to storm any minute.
I thought maybe I would miss it. I kind of left home early because I didn't want to drive and lug all my computer stuff in with it, and
And it never even rained.
that's weird.
And it's been looking like it for 2 hours.
So who is in here tomorrow?
Kroger. Kroger's in here like 2 or 3 weeks shoots out of their own.
Oh, I think I have somebody's jump drive still. Here. They kind of double booked the room on us tonight.